I think this is really awesome. I was always wondering when, you know, they would do a documentary about Harron, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been coming here for like 10 years now, and me and my buddy, we have a video camera. We've taped lots of stuff, but it's like, hey, and you put your camera down, and then you pick it back up, and do you miss something? And
Yep.
It's kind of crazy like that.
Do you have a favorite memory of the festival in your 11 years?
Probably the first one that I came to here. When I just discovered it, I didn't think there was anything like this left since Woodstock.
This is actually my first time personally here. Our booth has been here several times. From the vibe that I've gotten so far, I would say is very colorful, creative, and family-oriented. Definitely.
You see people out in the community and you don't know, it's like, where do you know them from? And the first thing you say is the Harron. Yeah,
do you go to the Harron?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and not did we go to high school together or something like that, but that's my first.
It's kind of like a big family reunion for all of us.
But the number one thing for sure is the people. We're a big family, and you know, we see more and more little kids every year. A couple of years ago, I was coming down the main road over here and just saw in a myriad of adults, you know, a whole huge pack of little ones all down the road, you know, and it's just really inspiring to see.
We got to get out from the city and make that 8-hour drive up to the country and the Blue Heron, yeah! It's love, all this is love. It's beautiful. We have the best time up here every year.
John DeCaro, Sheffield, Pennsylvania. Tickets and safety.
Barry Smith, Union City, Pennsylvania, and I'm overseeing the cafe in the woods.
Jennifer Liuzzo, Jamestown, New York, Gate. Ann Gibbons, Site Crew and Pre-Fest.
Tammy Rayborn, Headquarters.
Maria Gibbons and Volunteer Coordination.
Dave Pagano, Shuttle.
He's from Fredonia, New York.
I'm Charlie Radis. I'm one of the crew chiefs for security. I'm from Hamburg, New York. I've been coming here 10, 12 years.
And you're a grandpa.
And I'm a grandpa now, yes.
Beth Humberto, NT, and I work in the kids' tent with Marie.
It's just wonderful how people can come from so many hours away and have this commitment and the consistency, like Jen was talking about, of our returning volunteers, our returning crew chiefs, our returning security folks that do such a lovely job, and we all work together in this great collaborative effort for so long now that I think that when people come in, for the first time, we hear so often how amazed they are at our ability to work together so well. And for such a diverse crowd, I just think that we do a fantastic job at putting on this festival.
Yeah!
We might get 4 hours of sleep this year.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I've been coming to the festival now for about 11 years. I'm Doc. It's a nickname from when I was in the service. I started out as a hospital corpsman. And after I retired from the service, I went into barbecue, became a barbecue caterer. And I retired from that in '09. And now I just come up here and volunteer, just help out.
And what's the best part about being here and helping?
Everything. It's magic. The whole place is magic.
Is there anything, if you were to say that there's something not magical, what's your least favorite color?
There is none.
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 It's just perfect.
It is. It's not too big. It's not too small. We see a lot of old friends we only see once a year here. And they come from all over the country.
And the people who come back, does it kind of feel like a family at this point?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they all know where my motorhome is for the shower.
Very cool. And do you think it's anything related to like the 60s? And you had said that you've been to Woodstock, and do you see any correlation in the flavor of it or how people feel about it, your personal experiences?
People are a lot more cognizant now. There isn't quite the level of recreational pharmacology. It's not socially acceptable anymore. So, but other than that, yeah, everybody helps everybody out. Nobody here goes hungry, because if you're wandering around, you want something to eat, somebody's cooking, you ask them for a sandwich, they'll feed you. You've always got help if something breaks in your campsite, or you need a little bit of extra room or tolerance for somebody's kids when the bands are playing. It's really great. Everybody kind of chips in, helps everybody else.
And
If we can only get the Washington, D.C. people here for that.
Give me cornbread. Give me cornbread. I want to give me cornbread.
So, the Great Blue Heron Festival, what started all this off?
Well, I blame it on David, really. He was looking for a place to do a festival in the area because he had been working with the bands and booking bands. And I had this land, you know, along with my parents, and needed to figure out what to do out here. So when I heard that he was looking for a place to hold a festival, I said, well, you really should come take a look at this. So we did.
The start here was meeting Julie, you know, and coming up and scoping out the land. And we were actually looking for a little place to do an old-time square dance thing. And we came up here and looked at the land, and it just sort of seemed to lend itself to what we, you know, to maybe something bigger. The amphitheatric hill and a natural place for the stage. And then Julie wasn't here when we got here, but she pulled in around dinner time, and we sat down at the table and talked and realized that we had the germ of an interesting idea anyway, a scary one. But
the original idea was maybe let's just have a barbecue with Donna the Buffalo, afternoon barbecue kind of thing. So that was the conversation with David, and that did mushroom into 3-day festival the first year. But yeah, it was a little bit like, well, we could do a little party here.
But by the time we got done talking, it had turned into pretty much what you see now, at least the bare bones of it. It started out very small, but it's still got the same structure as it has from the beginning.
How many years have you been coming to the festival?
20. Been to every one of them. Back in the 70s, I ran a greenhouse in Jamestown and was involved with the music scene then because it followed a lot of the bands like Sun Mountain and things like that. And kind of on the side met David because he was kind of in that whole scene. And so I knew of him and we knew about him and kind of hung in the same venue. And then bought a greenhouse and flower shop in Canandaigua and moved away, and so had gotten disconnected with the happenings here. And then when we found out about the music festival and that David was one of the organizers, and said, well, let's go check it out. So that's kind of how we got to the first one.
So you just went as a regular festival goer?
Went as a participant, yeah. Kind of, actually, we forgot our tickets on the way, and luckily David said, oh, I know who you are, just send them to me afterwards, and then, you know, we'll give you your money back or whatever. But we never really had to do that after all. But
He had to sweep the stage.
Yes.
So you've been a volunteer ever since to pay him back for that original?
Well, kind of what happened was the first year, you know, they were really getting screwed by the people that were helping them out. They were letting people in and not charging, and these guys are losing money. This is, you know, we got to help them out. So we kind of jumped right in and said, you guys need some help. We'd like to help you out.
We didn't make too much on the first one. It was a lot of fun. People were into it, and it just sort of started moving along. It gained its own momentum, I guess. You know, success just breeds confidence, I suppose. I mean, we were mildly successful in the first two, and it was more or less, why not?
It was fun. We paid all our bills. And people, you know, whatever, yeah. We didn't have any big goals. It was just about, you know, enjoying the music and making this thing happen, and it happened, and people had a good time.
Okay. Were they telling you when they left, like, do this again, or anything
Yeah,
like that? Or
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yes, I am. How you doing, Easter? Take it right.
A lot of people try to get through here saying that they're vendors or performers because they just want to drive to the top of the hill and drop their things off. And my job is to stop them.
How many try and do that? Come on.
Everybody. 90% of them.
I have a question for you. Since it's your first time, what kind of, did you have any like preconceived notions before you came here? Anything you heard about this place?
I did hear that it was very family friendly and very down home, and I've only been here for maybe like, I don't know, 14 hours, and I can feel that already, that it is very quaint
I like that. It's good energy.
What's the best part of the festival?
Yeah, I read that question. I went, how could I just find one thing that's the best? But it's probably the people and the relationships with those people. You know, there's just so many interesting people, beautiful people that, you know, give so much to this and show up once a year and, you know, add so much to it. Yeah, wouldn't be much without the people.
We came back at 1 in the morning Thursday, and, you know, from then on, you know, we kind of had a bond with a bunch of people, and, you know, you look for them at the Harron, and since then we recognize them every year, and we just stop by and say hi and, you know, have a couple beers together and just hang out. You see a lot of people year to year that you recognize. We start planning in January. We started having a party back in January every year, and where we start putting together our list of things that we'd like to try and do this year. We got one of my friends is coming in with a laptop and a printer, and we're going to be taking photos, and we're going to make a scrapbook and have people sign our guest book. So yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be bringing in for our camp. My mom is somewhere down on the line here, and my dad will be here later tomorrow because he's picking up the keg for us, and his parents will be here at some point on Friday. Pretty much all our parents come too, so we got family coming in. I got a couple family members down in Georgia that are coming up, a couple in Kentucky. We got a couple people from the Rochester area that'll be here. Just all over the place, people come in to be here and just, you know, get together and have fun for a couple days. We've probably got close to, last count, we've got like 25 people that are going to be camped out in our campsite alone this year. So just, it grows every year. Oh, you'll have to stop by. We'll give you a beer, I promise.
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, it's better than Christmas. I've heard it's like hippie Christmas.
Here come the blockage.
First off, I want to say happy birthday to my mom. I'm glad she could come. I've been coming to Blue Heron now for 7 years, and every year it gets better and better. This has been a special event for my girlfriend, Justine, and I. And in an attempt to make this a better year than last, there's something I need to ask her.
To get away from real life and get to go out camping and see all my friends that I went to high school with. So it's like a high school reunion every year, almost. You know, and knowing that I grew up here with knowing all the kids in the surrounding counties and stuff, they all flock here. So, I mean, there's that aspect of it, and then there's the wonderful music that they always put on. Plus we have a kids tent and a teen tent. I come and I volunteer. I volunteered every year I've come to the Blue Heron. I like helping set up and helping make these things happen. Really, it's just a nice place to kick back, relax and just spend a vacation, kinda. We have people that come as far as California, New Jersey, Mexico sometimes. This one year we had 2 groups coming from Mexico. I mean, so we get quite a diverse group of people. All 5 years I picked this location just because this is the spot to be. This is Dragon's Run, it's the main trail. It's where you have the highest likeliness of seeing everybody you know, because everybody's got to come in the main trail. They either go this way or they go down the hill that way. So the majority of them go this way because it goes further this way than it goes further that way. I like to be able to catch everybody coming in and say hello to everybody like I did you folks, you know?
Okay. It's your main thoroughfare into the woods. Lisa? You've always a neat installation here. Everybody's got that. You've always been a neat installation.
So you basically choose the music blocks, right?
Yeah.
How do you choose them?
Well, a lot of it, as you can probably tell, I'm not a child, and so, I'm not as hooked in with the pop music scene and actually the popular culture as I had been most of my life. So I guess just by the nature of my history, there's a big roots feel to it, traditional roots, because when I met Donna the Buffalo and the Horseflies and all those people, that's where their roots were. They're all Appalachian old-time musicians, and their history is in those festivals down in the South. It's not the type of stuff that garners huge audiences, but that feel that's why they sort of morphed into who they are. The Horseflies have this big art rock scene going, wild scene, and Donna the Buffaloes is more of I guess they're in the jam band area, and their material harkens back to that old time thing. There's fiddles and rub boards and that type of stuff, and there's a lot of that here.
In 1991, she overturned all the ground in the rectangle right where those kids are playing, and that was a vegetable garden. And then as you move panning just to the left where these trees start, she had a trailer parked here in 1991 at the top of the hill, And she used to, just a little farther to the left, in between the trees, have a big fire pit where at night she'd cook food and people would gather around it in chairs and stuff. And the first I ever knew of a blue heron was coming here to a party and people sitting around a fire and playing the guitar, playing harmonica and whatnot. And it was almost like a Judy Garland movie. People say, hey, what if we put on a show? We could do it. It'd be great. We'd invite all our friends.
Well, the first 10 years, it really didn't support us. We had other things going on, to earn money. So when it sort of got past maybe the first 10 years, and we're like, wow, maybe I don't have to try to make money in other areas. I got a little more comfortable, I guess, in that way. And now I think because, the thing just keeps getting more expensive, our bottom line is actually not looking quite as good. So we do have a bunch of other little ventures going on, the farm and nightlights and rhythm revival and things to try to, sustain this place and ourselves. That's all we're really looking for, is this sustainable piece. And when we have extra money all the way through, it's like put it back into the land. Let's this year was expand the merch booth, or let's build a cafe. We had to put in this huge water system a few years ago that was thousands of dollars. But that's kind of how we've grown, and we haven't taken out any loans or anything. We've just been kind of like slowly adding what we needed. That's saying, where's the new bathhouse now? We're like, we don't have the money for a new bathhouse and septic system and probably another well and everything. So that's where it might affect us if we don't have a big pot of money left over. We're just like, no, just gonna get to next year. Projects will come when we can have them.
You had that shower. There was a shower out there. I saw that.
We have 2 showers for 5,000 people. Yeah.
Well, I didn't notice that they were like taking a number to go in either, so it seemed to flow all right. Excuse the pun.
Yeah.
It seemed to flow all right, but
yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of the original equipment, so it's kind of old and falling down.
And you put the beach in, right?
You got the beach. You don't need any showers.
Anybody who's got a friend who's good enough to let them know about the festival. I think that's who comes. People who come and they're so thrilled that they have such a great experience. They have to invite people that they care about, and so that's how it keeps growing.
I think the people from our area are real complacent with the beauty and everything like that, and they are all a little afraid. They think this is some big Woodstock hippie festival, and it's so not. And I'm so upset with our local newspaper because every year, sure, they give us an article and it's just about the same stuff that they feed us every year, but what I really want people in this area to understand is that this is, it's a vacation. It's families, it's children, it's people that I don't see for a year. It's like my extended family. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's a beautiful thing. So get down here now.
Oh, so is this a good gig?
Yeah, great gig to be working. You come in, you volunteer, as opposed to paying $80, $90 upwards. It's just going to continue to skyrocket prices, at the inflation. But yeah, you come on in, you put your time in, you meet a bunch of great people. So it's a very good gig to do, especially when you get the interaction with folks.
Awesome. What are some of the most interesting people that you met so far this weekend doing this?
The older individuals. Yeah, I really like the interactions with the elders. You learn a lot from them. You get to hear about a time and age that we didn't get to experience. So it's great to see so many people come here, bring their families, and enjoy themselves.
In my time of dying, I want nobody home. All I want for you to do is take my body home. Well, I can die easy. Well, I can die easy. Well, I can die easy. Jesus wants to take me home.
Say happy Harron.
baby, that's me, 'cause I haven't seen her since I don't know where. Come on, Jim. Please bring it back.
How's it changed over the years? Your impact on the local community?
Well, in the beginning, they got us sort of mixed up with Brushwood, which is a clothing optional community about 5 miles down the road. And so I got some mail in my mailbox, kind of like, oh, more pagan, nudist, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no.
We put our clothes on just for you.
That's right. Just for the filming.
That's not us, you know. So I felt a little bit like ostracized, maybe from at least the local, community that way. But yet there were people from Sherman that showed up in my driveway with a paper mache dragon head on the back of the truck and said, "Can we launch this during the festival?" So I knew there's this little contingent, that thought we were cool and jumped on board with what we were doing. So very mixed feelings in the beginning, And now, the judge and the merchants in Sherman, are like, oh, this is great, because people go to town and they spend money up there and they pass through and they maybe come back again and they really feel the economic impact of, all these people coming to town. So they're very friendly, we pay the bills.
The music's cool, the people are cool.
And it's fun.
It's just a good time here. I've been here every single year.
Wow.
Yep.
You've watched it evolve.
Yes, I have.
This is my first year here, although I have applied several times. This was the first time I was ever selected as the vendor.
How are the vendors selected?
It's a juried process, so to speak, where they have to send in an application, and then Leisha and I, the vendor coordinators, sit and decide who we're going to have that year. We have to turn away probably half the applicants. Yeah, not so much in the food area, but in the craft area. So we try to rotate people in and out a little bit, It's hard because some have been here since the beginning, so you can't say, well, don't come this year. They really depend on it and need it as far as their cash flow goes, so it's hard to switch them up. But we do, always try to have some new vendors.
Actually, no, we've been here 19 of the 20. Came on the second one,
and we've not missed a year.
But we need $2 more for that extra.
But we've been in this spot for, I believe, 16 of those 19 years. This exact corner location, which is a record for us. There's never been another festival that kept us in the same spot that long.
We actually never left the spot. We stay here during the year, but
yeah, I wish I could.
Are you locals or do you come from far away?
Kind of far.
Vermont.
So where are you from?
Vermont is where we're from.
Vermont.
Yes.
So you find that coming from Vermont to do our festival is worthy of your time and
Absolutely.
money and energy and
Oh yeah, we never question it.
That's not even the question. It's
Yeah.
more like what would we do without it? It's
Yeah.
kind of a fulfilling part of our year.
July 4th
Things
weekend, it's
turn
always
on
busy, but
weekends
this
like
is our
this
preference.
So it's made with the local grapes of
wines,
Western
local
New York.
grapes of Western New York.
And how many years has he had this booth here?
He's had this booth here for about 3 or 4 years, I think.
And have you been the one to attend it?
I've been here for 2 years.
So if somebody were watching this and had no clue about what the Blue Harron Festival is about, what would you say is the purpose of coming here?
I think the purpose of the Great Blue Heron Music Festival is just to be here and have a good experience. Great music, great food, great people. It's just a great time.
Everyone gets along.
And it's everyone's happy. You just see smiles everywhere. It's just a great time.
We try to get things as locally if at all possible, and we don't do all organic, but there are times when we do organic. All of our herbs, like all of our teas are organic, so that's good. We do the best we can. We present healthy foods for people to keep smiles on their face, especially at festivals where sometimes the nutrient value can be depleted. We're here to rejuvenate you and do the best we can. We also have real maple syrup. It's always needed, especially around these parts. Gotta present.
How far, where are you from?
New Hampshire.
So you find that it is worth your time to come all the way from New Hampshire to come to the festival?
Oh, most certainly, yes. And it's we get such a wonderful energy back from the festival, from all the people that are just so like appreciative for everything that we do. It's like so well beyond worth it.
We're Tom and Sally Bear, and we live in Ethiopia the majority of the year, and we have a small store located in Panama, New York, and we thought the stuff in our shop would make a great fit for the Blue Heron Festival. All the profits that we make from the sales go directly into the work, and our work consists of an after-school program. We have a library that's in a mud hut with a health first aid center as well. We service 28 children, and we produce about 500 meals a month, and generally just work in relationship with the community. The 28 children that we have, we want to stay with them until they graduate from college, so they're kind of like our kids, and we love them, and we're excited to be at the Great Blue Heron Festival as well. So,
hemp is grown without pesticides or herbicides and can be used for everything: to build your house, heat your house, to eat it in the morning. It's the most nutritious seed, all the amino acids and protein, no cholesterol. It's the best cosmetic because it's natural oil, it's not petroleum based like most cosmetics. As a fiber, it's stronger than cotton, and I could go on and on and on. It could save mankind. The planet will go on, but global warming could really only be solved by hemp because it grows without pesticides or herbicides. You don't have to cut down trees anymore. 1 acre of hemp equals 4 acres of trees. At hemp, you got 2 or 3 crops a year. So really, we could use hemp and use hemp ethanol and hemp biodiesel to power our cars and to combat the global warming.
That's cool. Happy Harron.
Happy Harron.
I didn't know all that.
I know you didn't. Well, that's why I'm here.
just about the music. It's about the whole experience of being here with all these people. And there's you see these bumper stickers on cars that I think kind of sum up the emotion of what goes on here. And one I just read a little while ago said that when the power of love overcomes the love of power, then we'll experience peace. And I think that really kind of sums up what the people come here for. They really kind of drop the power issue. Even some of the issues here, or the parts of the organization that you would expect to exert authority and power sometime, like the security group. They're about as friendly as you can find anywhere. I mean, what they really are there to do is help people have a good time. And so nobody feels hassled. Once in a while somebody does something a little bit antisocial and has to be reminded. But generally it's done very, I don't know, I almost want to say lovingly. They do a really good job of doing it. And people are smiling most of the time.
So many people seem to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem to be having such a good time with the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like you shouldn't. You're running the thing. You're not supposed to be having that much fun.
My friend from Cooperative Extension once told me, once the gate opens, my job is done. Which has always been my, I wish that was true, but you'd have to kind of think of it that way. Like, there's so many people that get here and they get in place and they do their jobs that I shouldn't have to do all this other stuff once the gate opens. So I can just be the hostess and greet people and see what's going on. I move around a lot because I like to see what's going on in different areas and check in with people. So I'm having a good time.
I go up to where it's really lit. Now I'm looking at the crowd.
Yeah.
And I walk through the woods.
Yeah.
It was like I went to another planet. And now you can't even hear the band. Now you've got the drumming and that cafe.
I know it. And
it was unbelievable.
There's a loop in the woods up in this area up here, and there's a little tea room up there. It's like ferns and stuff, and it's another world,
It's like multiple worlds on this property. And I just can't wait to experience it next
Amazingly, a lot of people don't even know about us, or have never been to it, or know about it, have been there. But, it's kind of like, I think the first few years, it was a little uncontrollable. It was a little wild. It was, people thought they could come here and just party and do whatever they wanted, And so once you get that under control, I think for the most part, the community really embraces it. The local community does, because they make some good money off the businesses make good money off of the people that come. For the most part, I've never heard anybody say anything bad about it, and anybody that does to come and try it, I'm coming back next year. That's great, that type of thing. So I think it's well received, actually.
Yeah, we own a bed and breakfast, which we opened about 5 years ago. We had 6 children, and when the last one left, it was a decision to make whether we want to keep this big house or downsize, and we decided to keep it and make it into a bed and breakfast. So that's what we did.
We're really a major part of the festival. We live right here in Sherman, so we're locals. And we have a food concession business that's been up there. This is our 19th year. We missed the first year of the festival, but I think you talked to my husband yesterday about that. And about 5 years ago, we started a bed and breakfast. So the Blue Heron weekend is always our busiest weekend, and we just love it. We have the nicest people coming here.
So I assume you're always packed during this festival time?
We are always packed. We have 18 people at the house right now. That's the most we've ever had, by the way.
We have regulars. We have a group that has been coming from Buffalo for about 5 years with their families. It's a great festival to bring your children, and we have the pool and everything, so the kids come here and they swim, and then they go up to the festival and have fun. So it's just a fun weekend.
Let's talk about the kids' tent. How did that start?
Yeah. Well, there was just some families that wanted to create programming for the kids way back in the beginning, and they just started doing that. And really, I think Andrew Magetti's kind of been there since I can remember. I hardly remember who was running it before that. I guess there was a few before that. But the evolution to the teen tent was even more interesting because the kids' tent is for the little ones, and those kids grew up. And so the parents of those kids said, well, we need a teen tent because these kids don't have anything to do, to keep them occupied, to keep them out of trouble, blah, blah, blah. So they were like, let's start a teen tent. And they did. And now we have had that program maybe 10 years now, too. And different programming than the kids do. And they love it. And the people that run it just, that's all they do all weekend. They sit in the teen tent, but they're having a great time.
Many years ago, it's the children aspect that they didn't think it was appropriate for children, but it's a great place. They have activities all day, as you probably saw, for kids. And I know that, okay, we've been doing it for 19 years, so the little kids are now parents and are now taking their children. So it's safe for them, and it's just a fun festival. It's a great family-oriented festival.
Because it ain't the teen tent, it's the in-between tent. It is. That's what I call it. I've done it for 7 years. Up there is the kids' camp. When they get down here, they call it the teen tent. But when they're teenagers, they want to be in the woods. Exactly. So we're the in-between.
I think that's wonderful.
And the best part about it, they're like, isn't it hard, like you're babysitting? No, they're young adults. Don't let them get out of hand, but give them enough room to feel like they got freedom. And it's a family affair. When my feet go off that road, step in here, I feel like I'm home.
Just wait there, I'll
It's
be right
my
back.
adopted family every year. You take care of each other. We are our brother and sister's keepers.
Love that attitude.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get that state of mind, but I figured it out.
They say with age comes wisdom.
Play with the kids. In the fire, Dave made a makeshift oven out of a toolbox, and we bring the Sculpey Fimo play, and they can make little sculptures or
jewelry,
trinket boxes. And we brought paint too, but there's all different kinds of colors of clay. So it's fun. They can just go wild, creativity.
Go!
Got a winner! So today is the hoop workshop in the teen tent. I'm cutting them early this time, and then we're going to wrap them with fabric scraps. It'll kind of look like a quilt or a rag rug. Old sheets, and a girlfriend at work gave me some fabric. What I really like about this festival, first of all, I don't know any other festival that bothers to have a teen tent. Because for a lot of the kids, it's not their fault their parents are hippies. They may not necessarily be that into this music. I mean, a lot of them are. It was nice to hear kids dropping names, talking about who they liked last night. But you know, to have activities here in a space that's really the teens, that's awesome. And the recycling, and right down to composting, that's awesome. I don't know any other festival that does that.
Monetary consideration, and that the subject matter recorded is the property of the producer to utilize for the videos, advertising, publicity, public displays, and exhibitions.
I do.
I now pronounce you Happy Harron Virgin.
Happy Harron.
Oh wait, no, she's not a virgin any longer. I now pronounce you experienced.
How was it?
That was fantastic.
Very gentle.
It was better than I expected.
There were a number of people we interviewed that said they met their husbands and wives.
Yes.
At the festival.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, same thing.
So, 20 years ago, this volunteer shows up, and he hasn't left since. And thank God Julie recognized what a good guy he was, because pretty much every piece of infrastructure you see here, Steve Rockcastle has had a hand in it. Yeah.
How did you meet Julie?
Well, through being at actually, if you want to know the story.
Of course we want to know the story.
My first recollection of meeting her was the dance tent was at the top of the hill, back by the old grandfather tree back there. And I was standing outside the dance tent, and there was this square dance going on. And
He was standing out there doing something, and I was like, there was going to be a square dance going on, and I said, he looks mighty fine. I think I'll ask him if he wants to go to the square dance.
Julie was looking for somebody to go square dance, and she turned to me and said, "Hey, you want a square dance?" So I said, "Sure," and so we went in square dance for a while, and that's actually the first time I ever met her.
And the rest is history.
Pretty much.
feel free to join us. If not, we love having you up there on the hillside. This has got to be one of the most beautiful outdoor amphitheaters you could ever ask for. These beautiful trees take care of us so well through these weekends, and the weather this weekend's been drop dead gorgeous. I don't know about you, I missed that storm last night. Anybody see it? I thought we were all just like sweating with joy. Is that what that was? Tears of joy.
And what about programs for the adults? Is there an adult tent?
That would be maybe the workshop tent, which was a great idea of David's, you know, fiddle workshops, didgeridoo workshops, harmonica workshops, there's yoga and different things like that. But it's a nice educational piece, and it's not just for adults. You'll see these little kids with their fiddles sitting in with the old-time fiddlers, and they all fit in and they play together, so that's a pretty magical place.
I particularly like the washboard.
Workshop.
That was noisy.
Yeah. Who brought all those washboards on? I never know.
Can I get out? Happy hearing, everybody. There is no prerequisite to get any of this correct. Okay? Everything that we do, I want you to feel comfortable to be wherever you are, and then just to move from that point. So there's no pressure to be perfect. There's no pressure to be good at this. I want you just to feel as relaxed as possible.
My name is Jim
Like
Donovan.
this? No, it's unsightly. It doesn't look very good. So I want you to at least look good when you leave here today.
I've been coming since the first year. I started here playing with Rusted Root in 1992. My thing here is, besides being a performer, I teach and hold drumming events. So we do this big yearly drum circle here, and we bring people from all walks of life, kids, adults, people who've never played before, people who've played for a long time, and we get everybody focused and making music together that's based on non-competition, cooperation, and being as present as possible. The energy is, to me, is what it's all about. At the end of the day, all these tools that we have, whether it's music, whether it's watching a band, whether it's going for a walk or deep breathing, is all about changing energy that's heavier, like worry energy, into energy that's lighter, like joy or love. So that's really, I think, what all of us are doing. Actually, my first drum circle ever was here in 1999. I was invited to do it, and I agreed, having no idea how to do one. And it was I've been doing them ever since.
Let's take a big deep breath together, please. Let all that stuff out. Again, big breath into your belly. Let it go. This time when you exhale, a little bit of sound. So breath in. That's nice. Let's try a little more sound. Big breath in.
Yeah, we're just getting warmed up here, folks. We'll take you now to the other side of the country, where it rains 354 days of the year. And the strange inhabitants that live there, they're all near and dear friends of ours. Well, Daddy goes to Stanley Park with a cherry lit after dark, and he first from there on a lark, and nuts all the time, and nuts all the time. Well, Billy is from 9 to 3, taking cash from deliveries, a real citizen 23. He's running out of time, he's running out of time. Downtown for fun. Black machines and money time. But life was sweet for Nicole. Sweet for Nicole. But something ain't cranking no. And now she works down on the shore and she's there all the time. She's there all the time. Yeah! From Mother Shore, from Mother Shore. Granted, he's done in the war, and now he triple locks his doors, and he stays it all the time. He stays it all the time. But life every day's the same. Life every day's the same. Goes to work on the train, stares out the window and complains. It rains all the time. It rains all the time. Thank you very much. It's so good to be back. Wow. I can't believe we've been playing in the Great Blue Heron for 20 years already, Aaron.
It's gone by so fast.
Whew.
It's gone by so fast.
I've been playing here since I was 4.
Yeah. Yeah, we were known as the Teen Buffs back then.
We were known as Short Pants.
Short Pants, yeah.
Rainbow Recycling was started by Bill and Diane. They're friends of Julie's, and she heard about the festival the year after it happened, and Julie was sorting garbage out, the recyclables out of the garbage for weeks, maybe months after the festival was over, and Diane said to Julie that there has to be a better way to do this.
Hi. This is a beer bottle, a wonderful beer bottle. It makes the festival a lot of fun. These are beer bottles. Actually, they're repacked in containers that are also being recycled. These containers were scheduled for the landfill, but a guy pulled them out, and now we're bottling all of the glass that comes out of the Great Blue Heron Festival. And what we will do with this is get it to be recycled so that it doesn't go into the waste stream. And if you just go down around the corner, you'll get an idea of how deep this pile goes.
We did some calculations this year. We figured that about 121,000 pounds of recyclable materials has been recycled since they've been doing the festival. So 121,000 pounds of recyclable things didn't go into a landfill that could have. So I think that's a good thing. We have a metal dumpster that we put all the aluminum and the tin and any scrap steel, stuff like that. And we actually try and get a little bit of money out of that stuff to help pay for the costs of the other dumpsters. And then all other recyclables can go in this other dumpster: cardboard, glass, plastics, 1 through 7, I believe. We have compost. All the food vendors and the food scraps go into compost buckets, and they dig a big hole out back and bury that stuff. And then everything else that can't go to one of those places can go to the garbage dumpster. A little bit, but we don't do it. It's not enough to make we want to do it. We do it because we like to do it, and we enjoy being here, and we just like to help out.
Represent the festival in any particular way, or?
I think very much so. You know, if you listen to their lyrics, you know, they're very much about, you know, love and each other and community, and you know, if you picked a band that was hard rock and roll to be your main group, that would be what you draw. You know, so the Donna people are wonderful, loving people, and they have the herd community that, you know, posts, you know, we're going to the Harron, and people fly in from that group.
They're the only group that's been here every single time, right?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Do you think they represent the festival in any particular way?
Well, yeah, I do, from my point of view, because they have many branches to what they do. If you did a family tree of Donna the Buffalo, it would probably explain the answer better, because they have come from such a faraway place. They've, in time anyway, they've been together for 22 years.
You actually know this bus intimately. You've been behind the wheel.
Yeah, I've been behind the wheel. I repair it.
Okay, so I heard it had an engine problem last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had like a blown cylinder head, just
blown cylinder head
2 months ago.
And that was what, 2 million miles or something, or a million miles?
No, right now I got 2.7 million miles on it.
2.7 million. And you can still get parts?
Oh yeah.
What year is it?
Yeah,
you know what year?
53.
Yeah. So it's been on the road for 25 years, approximately.
Yeah. Been a lot of places.
How did they get the Grand Ole Opry symbol on the front? Is that
they came from Nashville.
Was there some country artist that used it for some time?
I'm not quite sure, actually. That's very possible where they came about, but Donna Buffalo's family is down in Nashville, Tennessee. They have family connections, so they're down there quite often.
So they found the bus down there, perhaps?
They got the bus actually in New York State.
In Ithaca?
Yeah, near
Okay.
Ithaca.
Yeah.
Or Wego, that's where they found it.
Now, is it? I've never been on the inside. Could you just show us? Could we just walk up the steps and just point the camera down into it, you think?
Well, if you don't mind the mess.
What?
It's real messy right now. We came with 21 people on the bus.
They involve themselves with many other musicians. They have bands with other musicians. So a lot of those people end up here with their groups. And so they are responsible in a large sense for the basic feel of the festival.
I can't say I have a favorite group now. I do love most of the Ithaca music. Donna the Buffalo, the Horseflies, Tim Redmond.
We have been so hooked on the Horseflies.
Yeah.
We have been listening to them every day since the festival.
Well, good. Yeah.
Do you enjoy the music?
Yes.
What's your favorite kind?
You know, the horsefly. You know them?
I don't. Tell me about the Horsefly.
They're from Truman Group too. I don't know. Now they're old, you know, but they used to be famous in Europe too. So I know them. Before I used to know the music, and now I know them too. You know?
What about the best band that you in 20 years? Who did the best show?
That's just an unfair question.
Yeah,
Although
it
I is. have to say,
okay, you say
I know he's
here we
gonna
go.
say.
Horseflies.
2 years ago.
Yep.
Thank you, Lord, for this beautiful meal. There's a dog on the table hanging down by the wheel. He's a roadkill. Blood in your bumper and hair on your fire. It will taste good on the fire. It's roadkill. It's a meal for 20. You can share it with your honey. It'll save you money from the land of plenty. It's the road. Roadkill.
Has it turned out the way you thought it would?
Well, above and beyond what I thought it would be. You know, it's just got so many aspects to what it is for people and what they've gotten out of it that I guess I never imagined that stuff. How much it touches people and changes their lives even. I've heard a lot. I don't know if you heard that out there in interviewing, but I've had so many people say this has changed my life. You know, and I'm like, that motivates me to keep doing it. You know, it'd be just young kids that hear music they've never heard before, or just that they're amongst this sort of happy, you know, loving community for the weekend that they didn't know existed on the planet or something. They really get turned on by life. I think so.
The first Blue Heron Festival, I was here. My son, who is now 20, was about 3 weeks old, or 3 months old he was, and he's 20 now. So it's really nice to see this is still going on, and it's got a really good spirit to it. So it's very good.
In all honesty, I'm not just saying this. I've been to festivals all over the country over and over again, and this really, I think, is one of the best festivals in the country, simply because the people that run it understand quality. They understand what people need, what they like, and they care about feeling. So they go out of their way to make sure that people leave happier than when they came.
If I could choose the way I was to die, I could choose the way I was to die. I would go falling through the hot summer sky. I would go falling through the hot summer sky.
I think I would probably tell them that there's no way to explain it unless you come here. It's just too much. It's just too much to try to explain, because I'm a promoter at Harron who's going to believe me anyway. You know, you got to come. It's really great. You know what I mean? Everybody says that. You just have to be here and decide whether you like it or not. We had the people that own one of our ticket outlets in Buffalo had never been here. They've been vending our tickets for 15 of the 21 years. And I hired David Bromberg to come down and play for us this year. So that got him out of their seats and came down here. And they both came up to me and said, we had no idea. We had no idea what you're going on. We'll be here every year from now on. So that's the way we get them. You know, you just sort of kidnap somebody and bring them up here, and they'll see what we got going. And if they've got the same spirit that we do, they'll be back.
We would feel so fine, eating and drinking.
I can't say I really knew where it was going or whatever, you know. I think it's maybe turned out better than I thought it would, just in the way it's become sort of a focus for so many people, and powerful for a lot of people, and educational for people. I'm not sure I saw all that coming. It was a little bit like, yeah, let's put some music together, you know?
I would say for me, all of this stuff is just a backdrop for getting together and enjoying the company of some really cool people. It's like so often, you know, pretty much every day, people go out of their way to kind of avoid saying hi to one another and to just be with each other. But here, people go out of their way to stop by your camp, say hi, you know, just have a good time with each other. And it's kind of a community building thing in a way. Just people talking more than they usually do, and just the chance to get together with lots of friends, family, and maybe new friends and family that you're just now meeting for the first time.
I would like to see it in the future. You know, number one, I'd love to have it continue on. I'm not sure what capacity or, you know. I'd love to see, yeah, let's go for the 40-year, I don't care, you know.
Choose the way I was to die.
Goodbye, Blue Heron. See you next year.
Bye-bye, Blue Heron. See you next year. 2011. Woo! Happy Heron! Woo! Happy
So you finally said it?
So I finally said what?
You finally said it? Is that true?
What'd you say? What'd I say?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Did I say Happy Harron? No. Did you hear that?
I don't know. Wait a minute. I got to zoom in and focus on this.
Did I hear something over here?
What happened? What happened?
Yeah.
Happy Harron.
Oh my God. She's breaking all the rules this weekend, I tell you.
As a Harron virgin, you know, I had to say it eventually.
Happy Harron, Happy Harron. So yeah, Happy Harron.
All right. Well then, can I get a Happy Harron from you?
No.
No. Not gonna Happy Harron?
No Happy Harrons.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't feel real natural doing it. It's not me.
All right. Well, two people didn't want to do
Happy,
it, so you're not
Happy Harron.
Happy Harron. Okay, and happy birthday. Happy 20th. 20. And then what else did you want me to say something about?
That always sounds natural. What else did you want me to say? See you next year.
Oh yeah. We'll see you next year. Come on. We'll see you next year, okay?
Okay.
21.
Oh yeah.